talk really kind of what's going to happen with the Ravens in the offseason. And
yeah,
giant elephant in the room, Lamar Jackson not playing. I think I heard Jackson should be ready to go this week, like on it come a Monday, like expected to be ready to go. I think the final 2-3 weeks in the season, even at the beginning of last week, like Lamar Jackson expected to be ready for the playoffs, and then boom, he doesn't play. He has this tweet nearly kind of saying like, "Hey, I don't feel 100% confident in my knee. That's why I'm not playing." And a lot of theories going around the contract negotiations. I think Lamar Jackson wants to get paid $40 million, just like how Dak Prescott gets paid. A lot of these other top quarterbacks get paid. And to me, personally, I don't think he's worth that much money. I mean, I think he's a mid-20s.
Too risky.
It's too risky. Because one with the style of game that he plays and shoot now, if he's saying like my knee's not 100% to play the game of football I want to play, be like, okay, well, I'm not going to pay you $40 million or plus. If one little, and not say it was it was a tough injury that he got hurt on, but he definitely needs of all the quarterbacks, he needs his legs. And that's the way that he plays football, is running the ball, 1,000-yard rusher every single year. And he's not the most accurate of quarterbacks. And also, too, if he think he is a more accurate quarterback, I don't see why he would want to come back to Baltimore. They don't have any receivers. Like I don't normally tweet too much under our Twitter handle. _Tracy_take. Follow us if you're not. But I even said, I think watching the Chargers Jacksonville game, they were doing a promo, and I've never seen a promo with the tight end as their promo guy. It was like Ravens Bengals, and they had Mark Andrews because he's their best player on the team. And, well, at least on the offensive side of the ball, they had no one else. You're not going to put Tyler Huntley up there. You're not going to put J.K. Dobbins up there.
No, I agree.
So, for me, if I'm Lamar, I wouldn't want to go there. I would go to Miami. I would go to
that would actually be kind of terrifying.
I would go to Houston.
The amount of speed on that Miami team if he goes
that
there.
That would be stupid. Shoot, honestly, heck, I would go to the Colts. I think the Colts would also be a good fit for Lamar.
Yeah, but with the track record of the Colts, I don't think that they can keep a guy or keep a coach there long enough.
I think a lot of coaches would want to go there if they had Lamar's speed and just the creativity he could have. Also with Alec Pierce, Jonathan Taylor. Anyways, we're going down a whole different route there, though. But for me, I think Lamar's done in Baltimore. I also don't think Baltimore wants to have Lamar as well.
No, I think that was the straw that broke the camel's back with all the contract negotiations that have been going on. It's a bad look for Lamar. And I think that's it. Like, not to compare it to like relationships and talking to girls, but like, you know how like there's that girl, like you guys go back and forth, right? And you're trying to decide whether you're dating or whether you're like still not dating or whatever. And there's like that awkward phase, and then like one person just kind of does one thing to like rub the other the wrong way, and they're like, all right, whatever. Like, just, you know what, we're just gonna be like, we're gonna be friends. Yeah.
It's like I wasn't sure about this to begin with, and then now how you're acting is like, okay, just kind of solidifies it.
Yeah. And I think that is what Lamar Jackson just did, right?
Yeah.
Because it's the last game of the season, right? Like if your leg's not healthy, like, or not 100%, but it's 90%, figure it out. Like,
yeah. Well,
I don't want to. And then for me, that I'm going to make a $40 million a year investment to you, which right now I think is a little under a fifth of a team's total salary cap. Like, okay, well, if you're at 90% and I'm paying you $40 million, go be 90%.
Yeah.
Don't sit on the sideline and send out tweets saying about how you don't feel good. Like, go earn your money.
Yeah. I think that Lamar made a business decision, which I fully respect. I get why, but I wonder if that's going to come back to backfire on him, because I think there are going to be teams who see that and what he said and potentially how it was
especially
portrayed.
coupled with his style of play.
Yeah. I think teams are going to be very hesitant to pay him the type of contract. And so because I don't think he offers enough. Like, imagine like if Patrick Mahomes said that, or shoot, even like if Tom Brady said that, or who's another guy as well.
Tom Brady came out. Remember that Jacksonville game where he had the cut on his hand, on his right hand, and he's like, "Guys, my hand is only at 90% today."
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sorry, Tom, but you got to go out there and throw the football. Like,
and that's what Tom would figure it out. Yeah, Tom would absolutely figure it out, and so Patrick Mahomes would figure it out as well. Shoot, you're telling me a guy like Geno Smith, would figure it out. You know, like he doesn't get this opportunity that much. He has the starting jobs. Like, I'm going to figure it out, I'm going to go play. And so if he doesn't feel his knees healthy enough to play, I get that, but I think teams are going to recognize that as well.
Yeah,
you know?
I agree. That was one thing. Sorry, last thing I'll say about this. J.C. Jackson was the best corner on the free agent market last year. Mike Evans just dropped a touchdown pass. Oh my God. Like, it would have been 21-31 with 2 minutes left. Sorry. J.C. Jackson was the best corner in the class last year, but he wasn't like that good, and teams, I think, recognize that. So instead of paying him $21 million like a top corner, he only got like $16 million from the Chargers, which is still a lot of money, but he's not a top 5 corner in the NFL. Mm-hmm. So, like, that is what he got paid. He got paid for what he was. And I think Lamar Jackson is going to get paid for what he is. And I think he is a potential top 10 quarterback in the NFL who has a high injury risk and is going to sit out on your team. That's a flag.
Yeah.
And who's going to sit out on your team if he's not 100%.
Yeah.
And like,
that's just the perception. I mean, like I'm sure there's information that we don't know about, but yeah, that's definitely the perception. So, but now, so outside of Lamar, I think the Ravens need help at almost everything else. it's like actually, going into this offseason, their defense, their defensive front is good.
I agree and disagree.
I think they need help in the offensive line. I think they need help receiver wise. Maybe running back wise, they don't.
It's a lot of offense, and I think you can get running backs cheap.
Oh yeah.
Defensively,
Shoot, we saw
Marcus
last
Peters,
year.
Marlon Humphreys, I think are good. They just were injured all year.
Okay,
they're also getting old. Like, they are getting older, so you need to bring in young guys behind them. But like, linebacking wise, Roquan Smith, Patrick Queen, is it Odafe Owe?
Yeah, definitely. Roquan Smith is hitting the free agent market. He was that trade from.
They extended him.
Oh, they did extend him? Okay, I must have missed that. Okay. Well, then that's a good extension.
Yeah. And then they just signed the defensive tackle from UConn last year.
Oh, shoot. I remember we talking about it. He was a good prospect.
Brown, Travis.
I can't remember. But
I forget his name. But
yeah, to me, offensively, especially if Lamar leaves, I think they were just an improvement on everything except tight end one. That is essentially it. They have no receivers whatsoever. Offensive line needs some improvement, especially with the style of play that they like to have, which is that run first, play action type offense. You need to have receivers to throw to. I agree with you on the running back side. I mean, keep signing just young running backs because we even saw it was last year. I think J.K. Dobbins, Gus Edwards, and they had another one, I think, all go down with season-ending injuries. So they were using practice. They got Devontae Freeman back last year. You know, they just plugged and played these guys, you know, to just fill in the running back role, and they did absolutely fine, you know.
I agree.
So
but to me, I think they really need help at receiver, and they really need help on that O-line. They have Tyler Linderbaum, who was a rookie this year. And then to me, it's that right tackle and I think right guard that they're really struggling at. So rebuilding that is key.
Yeah.
So
So, do you think Tyler Huntley could be the guy for them?
I think
Not the guy,
he's a
but
stopgap.
like, yeah,
I think
yeah,
he
I
could
guess
be their
stopgap.
starter. I mean,
Yeah.
I think he could be their starter.
I did notice watching the game. I thought he played well. I think he had some good drives with them, and the biggest game of the year. Almost led them to the touchdown leading drive.
Yeah.
But the one thing that I noticed, he just seems to bounce around a lot in the pocket. You know,
He does. Well, he's little. He's like
he is little.
5'10".
Yeah.
So that for me, like, he's a stopgap guy. I don't know. He could be good, but I don't think they re-sign Lamar. That's the biggest takeaway. I think they rebuild inside and out, and then make a move for a quarterback a year and a half from now.
You know what? It's like don't re-sign Lamar. Save that $40 million. I think you'll have to re-sign Tyler Huntley to a $10 million deal or something like that. But then use that extra $30 million. Go get that offensive lineman. Go get 2 or 3 good receivers. Go make some trades or something like that. Definitely scout the receiving prospects in this year's draft, because there are some good ones, especially some good ones you might be able to get in the second and third round. But yeah, I think the time in Baltimore for Lamar is done, and it's going to be a kind of mini rebuild, I think, as well. And even defensively, they do need to get some younger legs in there, especially in the secondary.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that defense is good, especially if they can game plan. When that defense was elite, they had a good safety and a really good linebacking group that pass rushed really well. Yeah. And I think they have a really good linebacking group. They have a good young safety prospect. I think they're just kind of waiting on that pass rush to catch up.